Nicholas R. Man here with that boy Shernville. This is the Thought Party Podcast. So welcome. If this is your first time listening, you about to witness, man. Y'all know the rest, man. Anyway, I'm here with Shern, man. Hope
What
y'all
up?
checked the last interview, man. How you doing, man? You good?
Yeah, everything's good, man. I'm
For
grateful.
sure.
Grateful. What about
For
you, bro?
sure. I'm good, man. Can't complain. Just trying to maintain, dog.
Right on, right on.
So facts. We gonna start with the black facts as we always do. I'm a piggyback off of last week. I'm reading this, so excuse me. So Queen Charlotte, right? She was the daughter of a black Moor. She married King George III in the United Kingdom. This in 1761.
Dang.
Okay. So they described her as a true mulatto.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? They always talked about how her nose was too wide and her lips were too thick. This just goes to show you, like, black people being in the royal family. Um, shit, they had 15 children. One of them was Prince Edward, father of Queen Victoria, the great grandmother of Queen Elizabeth II, who is the Queen of England now. So it's still relevant, I guess, on that family tree. So shit, I mean, royal family always been black. That's said 1760 some shit. Like,
That's crazy, bro.
it's a black fact, man.
That's
It's a
dope,
black
man.
fact.
Yo,
I
so
was
I just my bad. Go ahead, bro.
no, you good, bro. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I didn't never knew about the term mulatto until I think about a month ago.
For
I
real.
heard about a rapper or artist or singer or something
Hmm.
that is mulatto,
Yeah,
and I was
she
like,
a
what?
rapper.
Yeah.
She pretty dope too. And I kind of, when I first heard, I was just like, I don't really like that name though. But like, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it is what it is. But she on record saying like, shit, if it's that big of a deal, I'm changing it. I ain't trying to offend nobody. Like, I'm just saying it because that's what people would call me. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And that's what they would call the fairer skins, the people that was super light skinned back then. That's what they called them before they was mixed or biracial or half breed, whatever they stupid shit they call them now. That's what they was referring to them as back in the day.
That's crazy, bro. They always feel. I think something. There's some power in just naming something. You know what I'm saying? I think they always gotta name it. You don't. It ain't never
Right.
just. It is what it is. It's
Like, how do
always
they think of that? Like, that's a mulatto.
right.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, what? What? That shit crazy.
This
That don't
shit
even make
wild,
no
bro.
sense. So
Yeah.
that's a nigger.
Right.
A nigger. Like, what? What the fuck? And what we got to do, just look and be like, oh, okay, fucking cracker. I don't know what you
True.
like. You can tell niggas ain't have no thought when they came up with cracker. They was just like, shit, you white like a cracker, you a cracker, motherfucker.
Right. Yeah, bro.
Like that shit crazy. But like, how you come up with mulatto and
Right.
nigger? Like, what? Like, I mean, obviously, nigger, negro in Spanish. But
Yeah.
like, did they get that? I don't know. Like, you know, it's deep. I wasn't there, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, because it was crazy was they had to agree upon it. Like it was one person that said it was like, you know what, I like the sound of that. And then everybody started saying it.
That's crazy.
It's wild, bro. It's wild. So yeah, I'm a this week question I think is a really good one. I feel like that there's definitely some dialogues that will come from this, but I wanted you to kind of describe what you wanted because it's a question that we're trying to pin down some terminologies for, but you know, I think it's just best described. So
Yeah.
um
So the question off top of my head was about subtle racism. Um, so like, is subtle racism okay or something of that nature? But like, I was doing my research, doing my homework, and like, I was doing Googles about the subtle racism, and they was more talking about somebody just hating on somebody. Like, oh, I ain't finna give him the job because he's black, or I ain't finna give him the job because he's white, or I'm not finna give her the job because she's a woman, or whatever it is. But like, what I was meaning is like the people that come up to you, the white girl that's just that, the white girl comes up to you or comes up to her white friends and she's all, you know, she's just in her element. And then she comes up to you and it's like, what's up? What's going on? What's like, she trying to fit in just because you black. she got to feel like she got to be hip or down or lit or whatever the terminology you want to use. Or like when people come up to Mexicans, be like "Sa,"
Mm,
like, or hey, what,
yep.
like even with black people, hey, white boy, come here real quick, like let me talk to you, white, like, oh, you the white boy, like that's, I
Hmm.
know a lot of I know a lot of people that just refer to white people as, oh, you white boy, that's it,
Yeah,
you ain't shit else but white boy,
you ain't
and they
wrong.
gonna call you that to the day you die. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you talking about white boy,
Hmm.
right? So like, it's stuff like that. Okay, or like how you notice it, like, because I can go deeper. I used to work at Target, um, and like this manager, dickhead ass manager, I'm not gonna name her name and shit, but like, she would just be like always trying to play cool with me. Like one time I came into work, I had a white tee on. She was like, "Yep, in my white tee. Yep, in my
Mm,
white tee. Yep." That same night, I think she asked me, "Can you teach me how to Dougie?" Like, why I gotta be the motherfucker to
right.
teach you how to Dougie?
Yeah. Yep.
Like, you
I
can
know what you
ask
mean.
anybody else up in here, but you asking me. Or I can't think of. There was just like so many like times where I'm just like, bro, like you don't think I think, like, maybe they don't know what they're doing. I don't know. Maybe they just so curious. Maybe some of them so curious and don't see us like that, to where they just like when they do and they feel comfortable talking to them, they like, yeah, I gotta ask this man all these questions about that I have about black culture, but like it's coming across racist. I'll be the first person to tell you it's coming across racist as
Hmm.
fuck.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know, you gotta tone it down, man. You gotta just be yourself and ask questions. That's fine. Come to the thought party
Right.
and discuss
Yeah.
shit there. But like, as far as the subtle racism, man, y'all can keep that shit. I don't like it. Not a fan of it. Never been a fan of it. Um, but I feel like I fall victim of it too. Like what I was saying about the white boy and seeing the Mexican, and you just like try to sound like them and stuff like that, or try to, just like stupid shit, like just stuff that just like probably we don't even think about, and then we're just doing. You know what I'm saying? They say think before you speak, but it's shit that we not honestly thinking about. It's just like, oh,
Yeah. Precisely. No, I feel all that. I think that um sometimes I feel like this was never meant to be, so no one knows how to act in it.
hmm,
And the people who caused it ain't really trying to do something about it to fix it. So it's up to the people who are oppressed to be like, you should do this and you should do that. And I think the issue comes in, at least in my opinion, that we just so divided that my way handling it, me telling somebody that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, may not be an issue to you. So
hmm,
they may have said that or acted that way to somebody else, and then came to you, and you the one like, oh, don't do that. It's like we was talking about, don't call me black. Like some people say black, some people say African American, whatever. Like I think just no one has no training on how to deal with this bullshit
right,
because it shouldn't have been going on in the first place. But that hoe that said, teach me how to Dougie, now she racist.
right, as
They were,
fuck, bro, as
yeah,
hell, as
yeah,
hell.
that ain't got shit to do with what I'm talking about. She racist
Right,
as
they
fuck.
was hell. They was trying to do investigations and shit like that, and I was just like, gee, ain't nothing to investigate. I told you what she said. I told you how she be acting around me and shit like that. Like you ain't got to be cool to be cool with me.
Hmm.
Like you don't, like you ain't got a lot to kick it. Like
Right.
Kendrick said, man. Like you just be yourself. That's how I learn. I get respect. If I'm just myself, I'm always myself, and people just be like, you don't care what nobody think about you. You just yourself. Like, and that's all I can be, man. So like I just feel like y'all should do the same. Don't try to fit in and be, you know what I'm saying? And we've talked about this, I think, on the first pod when we was talking about like conforming yourself to the white voice. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? And it's like I really don't feel like I do that shit. I just try to keep it just real with you and just be like, I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying, nigga, you down and
Hmm.
all this other shit. But like I'm just finna be like, yo, hey, just keep it real. Just, you know what I'm saying? You can joke with people and still keep it G. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Nah, you absolutely right, bro. And the people who uh, it's kind of hard to tell their motives because they be so creative and crafty and shit with racism these days.
right. That's what I'm
So,
saying. Cause it like take you a while, somebody do something, it's like,
mhm.
hold up, did she?
Yeah,
Nah.
you're right, right. And it's even harder because you can't prove the shit. So even if you try to go
Right.
do something about like HR, for example, if you at work, you can they said this, they said that. They'd be like, she said TG out of Dougie, like, okay, like, you know what I'm
You
saying?
just
Maybe
like,
she,
no, y'all don't understand. She come in here every day and be like, oh, hello,
mhm.
hello, Peter, how you doing? It's, oh, da, da, da. Nick, what's up?
Right,
Like, no, bro, that's crazy.
right, yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't like that either, man. It makes me uncomfortable because then I,
Yeah.
I always feel like I'm the representative for black people at that time. It's just too much pressure. Like you come in
Right,
and talking all that shit. Now I gotta okay. Now I have to have a black response. What am I supposed to say?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to deal with all
You
that. I'm
can't
at
be the
work.
angry black person because
Hmm.
you at work. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Around all different type of people, so you can't
Hmm.
really act out because then they gonna look at you and pinpoint, oh, this is the person that's representing all black people right now,
Yep.
and y'all just letting me know black people ain't shit.
They'll
So
fuck with you as a group, little by little.
right,
They think it's just them, and then everybody comes in, and you blow up on that one motherfucker. They be like, "See, they is like that." You
right,
know what I'm saying? And then that's you know what I'm saying. It's already hard enough to get hired as it is. And it just creates the pressure that ain't necessary. You know what I'm saying? So I know I
facts,
see exactly what you're saying, man. It's annoying, but sometimes it depends on if how well I know the person. Like
that's facts.
if somebody I've kind of gained some traction with as far as just communicating with on a normal basis, and they come in with
Hmm.
that "what's up, brother" or bullshit or whatever the fuck, I'm like, I kind of get you trying to be like whatever. You don't talk to nobody else like that. You talk to me like that. But I see that you're not necessarily trying to be malicious. It's the
Right,
motherfucker who just walk up to you and assume that that's how you is,
right.
or assume they can just call you whatever. And I this is a good question to me. I like this one because it's definitely like what do you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different ways you can kind of dissect what's going on when it happens. So
Hmm.
yeah, I like this one a lot, man.
Yeah, it's hard to dictate. It's hard to tell. But like you said, people you more cool with, it's you more lenient with to be like, okay, he just playing or he just messing around. Like I'm not one of them people that get offended at white people telling black jokes. Like, cause we tell white jokes. I watch comedians all the time and they talking about white people,
Hmm.
and I be rolling. So like I can't just be like, hey man, that ain't funny, bro. That's racist, man, or
Hmm.
you went too far with that one. Like it depends on where it come from and who it come from and how it comes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
and
is
with
what
that,
it is. If they like completely ignorant about whatever they talking about, you know what I'm saying, and they don't have no education on it or they background is racist, you gonna take it as racist. But like if they just like, yo, whatever the joke is and it's relatable, you gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, I feel you, bro. That was funny, bro.
you just made me think of something, bringing up the joke aspect. Uh, so I want to kind of fuse my new thought with what you just said about with the white boy aspect too, because
Mm-hmm.
that flip, I've seen the opposite of that. I've never been kind of, I mean, I kind of have, but not intentionally, been the black dude in the group.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said about, hey, white boy, whatever. Sometimes there is that white boy in the group, like quote unquote white boy. I think that needs to be discussed too, because it's almost like the propagation of that mindset keeps things going the way they're going. It's not necessarily offensive. eh, Let me say this right. You don't always need to stop something because somebody's offended. You don't have to wait until someone's offended to stop doing something. That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say. So I think like if we a group of black people and there's a white dude there, let's treat him like a human being instead of like, hey, this the white boy, this the white boy, this the white boy.
Right.
Because if the other way around, hey, this
Yeah,
that
you'd
black
be
dude, this
like,
the
this the black guy.
yeah. And
This the black guy.
don't nobody like being but don't embrace that shit too, because I know some people who so thirsty for acceptance, bro. And that I'm not trying to even roast because there's some shit that's deep down that could cause that. But some people so thirsty for acceptance that they kind of put themselves in that situation and
Mm-hmm.
and allow that kind of shit to keep going. And I can't speak for every kind of different person, but I know that's a decent amount of people who just let shit happen because they want to seem cool or they want to seem like they got no problem or like I said, they just want to be accepted in that group. And like, oh, they want to call me white boy, then let's just let them call me white boy. It's like, you shouldn't actually be called that, nor should they be calling you that.
Right.
So I think that's an important aspect of all this that needs to be discussed as well.
Facts. Yeah, man. That's part of the problem, man. We just gotta fix the problem. So, like, I mean, as far as us, like, I just wouldn't roll up on no. Like I said, I fall victim to it all the time, man. Like, just being like, oh, the white boy. or whatever. Or like when you see a Mexican and you just try to talk like them and try to talk like an Asian or whoever. Like, I mean, depending on who you talking to, and they could take that as racist, man. Like I used to do this Jamaican accent all the time.
For real.
Like just be fucking around, just whatever.
I ain't never heard you do that. That's
But
crazy.
people like
That's
yeah, I
crazy.
done did it. Like I done. It's been a while since I did that shit. But like people always used to be like, "Hey man, you need to stop before you roll up on a Mexican and they or a Jamaican and they fuck your ass up." So like I started working with this Jamaican lady and I talked to her. I'm like, "Yo, so ooh, like how you feel when people do this or people put that little fake Jamaican accent in?" And she'd be like, "I mean, I don't get offended by it. I just take it as you know what I'm saying? I'm from Jamaica for real. So I know you not. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I could tell
Mm,
that you just playing mine. Like you trying to be whatever, but like, nigga, that's not how we sound. So
right.
like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's
Yeah.
how it sound to you, but like to us, you sound stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like it is what it is. Like it just depends on who you talking to. To me, like you saying with the joke aspect, like I have some white partners I can joke with, be like, "Oh, you the white boy, bro. Like, what you mean?" You can throw white jokes at your white friends, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But like to throw a joke at some white person you don't really know, they might not take that the same as your white friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And same with like your Jamaican friends or your Mexican friends. Like you can joke with them and throw a whole bunch of Spanish jokes at their ass or just talk Spanish and say a bunch of crazy shit in Spanish to them. But like you say that to somebody that you don't know, they're gonna be like, "What are you? Why are you doing that? For what?"
Hmm.
And that's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like certain things that you don't say and can't say and shouldn't say. You know what I'm saying? To people, especially if you don't know them, because you don't never know how they gonna take something.
Right.
You shouldn't just roll up on a black dude and be like, "What's up, my nigga?" Like or you white and "What's up, my nigga?" I grew up around black people. Like you, bro. Don't do that.
Hmm.
I tell any white person, like, don't. I don't care, bro. I don't care about none of that. Don't do that.
Right.
I might not beat you up, but you go down there and you say that shit to them, they might fuck your ass up.
Right.
So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Just to be on the safe side, don't say that because you ain't finna be ready for the consequences that come with that. You don't know the background of
Precisely.
that. You don't know how people react to that.
Yeah, and I
Because
think
some
they.
people ain't as lenient as your homeboys that you grew up around that
Yes.
let you say that bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
then people really ain't your homeboys for real, for real.
Right.
You know what
True.
I'm
Or
saying?
they'll
Because I
say
don't
what it's
hang with
for.
no white people. Right. I don't hang with no white people that say that. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't let them say that. And I
Right.
would probably look at them crazy if they was like, "Hey, can I say that?" You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
no, bro, what?
I never. You bring that up, man. I never known they'd be so thirsty to say it. Like it's like,
Yeah.
why? Why do you
It's
want to
the
say it?
weirdest word to
Yeah.
want to say. Like just to be like, I could like I don't know, bro.
That makes me think of like the self-esteem aspect of this too. Like sometimes jokes is jokes. That I get that.
Hmm.
Sometimes people are going around trying to be accepted and because they went through something that they didn't get enough attention or whatever the case may be. And now they out trying to be whoever to whoever, right? Just like you said, to
Hmm.
make going out to Mexicans and sounding Mexican or Asian trying to sound Asian. And I think that can also root from like a lack of high self-esteem, like it's lower self-esteem that you go out and try to you're not comfortable with who you are, so
Okay.
you're trying to find somebody to that likes you for what you can pretend to be, which ain't never gonna work. Like people put masks on all the time. That's exhausting, and it's just not gonna work. But I
Right.
think like when it comes to the white boy going around trying to say the N word, it's like, bro, you just trying to fit in. You trying to feel like you trying to have that badge. So
Right.
if
You
somebody
trying
do
to
something
hold
to
that
you,
badge like like that's gonna save you. Like I done
mhm,
seen videos when it's like, yeah, nigga, da, 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 da. Like, bro, what you gonna
yeah,
get killed messing with somebody else, bro. Like that's not
yeah,
how you joke and get down. Like you shouldn't lead the racial slurs where they at, bro. That's a
mhm.
racial slur to black people when other people saying that shit.
It's really offensive to me when it don't get said until somebody's mad, or I'm online sometimes. I'll be on Twitch, so sometimes I go on there and I don't hear. I mute everybody just because I don't want to even. I'm streaming. I don't need to hear you talking, your kids yelling, dogs barking, all that shit. So I mute everybody. But there's been times I've been on there and they're like, "What's up, nigga? Woo, woo, I got you, nigga." And it's like it's always associated with some negative kind of. you just killed somebody. So it's like, oh yeah, I got you, nigga. And, or I've seen plenty of videos of white people in the box. What's good, nigga? What, nigga? What? And it's
Right.
like, yo, like, why is that? Like when you look at it, that is the racist. But not that I want you to say the word anyway. But if I did allow you to say it and then you start using like that it almost just makes me think you just want to propagate the negative aspect of
Right. Because if
the
wasn't nobody
violence.
looking, you probably wouldn't say that
Exactly right.
shit.
That shit really bothers me, bro. I can't. I don't know why, but it's when people fighting and when they get mad, and they say it out of anger. I don't know what it is
Yeah, that's
about
how
that.
they really feel. That's how they really feel. Like you said, like if it's out of anger, like when the Karens or whatever, and that might be racist to say, but whatever. Like the Karens of the world, once they get all hot or whatever the male version of Karen is, when they get hot, they be steaming in them videos. Like
Mhm.
nigga, like you nigger, like you pit, like they
That
be
ain't funny.
hot, bro. They be hot. Like you can tell they mean that shit. Hey, you can tell, you can tell they mean that shit. Steam be coming from their head, some more shit. They were like, these fucking niggas is tripping.
It
Like,
ain't funny,
damn,
but
I
you're
hate
right.
this shit. Like, they be really fed up. Just like when anything that you mad about, they just be like, bro, I swear they got me fucked up, bro. Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go off. Like, you can
Mhm.
tell they been holding that shit back. They really hate black folks
Yeah.
when it's
They
like
yeah,
that.
you right, man. And that's why I don't necessarily use the word Karen in that aspect, but I understand its use because it's almost like a flip in a way. Now we was talking about power. I don't want to keep going back to actually that's probably a good thing. If y'all want to know kind of some of the context we talking about when we talk about other episodes, definitely go back and listen to those. But we was talking about words and shit like that and how important that is. And I think that taking back shit works better that way than it does just us calling them ourselves what they've been calling us. So when we say they call us whatever, and we say, okay, y'all Karens, you act like a Karen. It's like now they want to get upset. Don't call me that, or my name's not that. Woo. It's like, bro, but do you see what we saying? Like you acting like this same kind of, and it's actually funny because it's the same kind of people, and you think it's just like one incident,
Mhm.
like one isolated spot, but in actuality, you somebody mad, like you were saying, they just ready to say it, bro.
Right,
And it's crazy because it's like, how on the tip of your tongue is that word if
right.
the first thing you say out your mouth when you get
That's
upset
the
is that?
first thing you say.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's crazy.
I don't know what they expect. I don't know what they expect to come from that, like as far as like the reaction. But we all got cameras now. Everybody got phones. You finna be
Yeah, it's
online.
for
You finna
clout,
lose your
man.
job.
That's what it's for. It's for whatever. Everything online is for clout, man. Besides like informal shit, like the creatives and shit like that. But even them, it's all clout, bro. Like anybody, once that camera out, people start acting mad different. Like you
Mm,
know what I'm saying? The people that's not comfortable with themselves,
right.
they start acting mad different. Like, oh, this screen on, action.
Mm-hmm.
You
Oh
know what I'm
wow.
saying?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to put that. I think that a lot of people, especially now, man, it's they starting to tell on themselves. Will Smith had that one quote. I think it was Will Smith said that racism ain't new. It's just now it's just being recorded now. And I think
Right.
that when I heard that shit, it was like, yo, like how much other shit happened before these cameras dropped? You know what I'm saying? And who I mean, who knows? Like that's a open ended question, but it's also like how much shit wasn't caught it's still I mean it's not just because we wasn't recorded doesn't mean it ain't got no effect on the culture or
On
people.
whoever it happened to,
Exactly.
psychologically and shit. So yeah, for
So you
real.
have to be taught that that word is a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Because you know exactly when to use it. You know, like as soon as I get mad, I'm just gonna say nigga. I can't wait to say it. And it's like, yo, like you can't just express yourself and whatever. And it's always something stupid, bro. Especially this mask shit. Like people be in the store wilding out because they don't want to wear no mask. Somebody calling them out, you a nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? You didn't see the sign on the door? Like what they gotta I'm just
What
telling you
they
to put
gotta
your
do? Yeah, that's crazy.
it's fucked up.
But
And
they
I'm
feel like that. But like I was saying, they probably don't say that at their crib, but like they probably do. They probably some of them probably do just walk around and just be like, oh man, these
mm-hmm.
niggas up in here taking everything, taking over everything. They need to go back wherever, you know what I'm saying? They need to go here, they need to go there, blah 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 blah. Like I know it's some white folks that feel like that. I
Oh
know
yeah.
it is. So
100%. I did that. I think if they, when you at home, especially with the door shut, you
Right.
probably your most comfortable.
Exactly. No holds bar, man.
Yeah,
It's
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 a whole
crazy.
different thing there. I don't think anybody who got caught, any of the Karens who got caught saying the word on camera, went home and told they spouses or boyfriends or whatever, was like, "I you asked that nigga today," and they was like, "What?" Like it was just like, it was really like you got caught saying it.
Right.
You
It's
know what I'm
like
saying?
you got caught up. Yeah.
And that's why
But
I'm be grateful. I'm grateful that some of the jobs are jumping in on that, because you've seen
that's
people
okay.
lose their jobs, and I seen somebody lose a book deal and all this other shit. It's like I'm grateful that they care to that extent,
Mm-hmm.
because it would be kind of odd. They actually care more than the police do. Really,
Yeah.
police out here killing folks.
Cause it's
And
like they representing them, so they was like, "Oh, yeah, you ain't finna be up in here, Karen. They ain't finna be coming up in here harassing us and calling us and all this
yeah,
crazy shit." Like, no,
losing their money. Really,
right?
that's
Exactly. They don't
lost
need
them.
you. They can replace your ass
Yeah,
just like that.
I think
So,
that's yeah. You're right. Actually, I feel like that is probably where it started. Like they didn't want to be on the news. Like this one company
oh, for
didn't
sure, they
shoot this shit
definitely
about it.
protecting their brand. You know what I'm saying? For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. That's interesting. I never thought about that way, but I think you're right. I feel like that is probably what it is, more than them trying to be an alliance. Because
Right.
then you look
I
at their
mean,
staff and it's all
right. I
white
mean,
folk.
if it's, I don't know, bro. You right. They probably is doing that just for the clout and all that. Cause like you see how all the brands got they black stuff now, and it's just like, oh, we representing black culture now, and everybody, Dove, whatever you could think of, any
Hmm.
first brand you could think of, they done did something where it's like, yeah, we giving back to black communities and HBCUs and all this shit because it's the cool thing to do this year.
Hmm.
So like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
like, and they can probably get a job just like that. That's how I kind of always felt about it. They can get a job just like that. Like it ain't gonna really too much hold them back. They just gotta, you know what I'm saying? Get ghosts for a couple minutes, just like when the cops kill us, they just get ghosts and just be like, all right, well, we finna send you off to Cleveland or something, or
Hmm.
they just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Bump
especially
you off.
the way the news goes now, good or bad, you can go viral for what is probably a week max. Like there's some
Mm-hmm.
people that just get really really hot and just burn out. I mean, not that I keep up with people, but there's some people that's always in your face. I remember. I mean, shit. Uh, um, what's the girl name? Ain't nobody got time for that. That was on the news.
Mm-hmm.
Where I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah,
where the hell she at now. That was everywhere when that first happened. I don't know
right,
where it's at. Where the money resides. No, no shame to do. I'm not saying it just ain't work. I'm not calling him worthless, but I ain't seen him since. Like that's less of a
right.
thing now. So
Just
people,
like a vibe, just like a
mhm,
little vibe he was on for a little minute, and people
yeah,
was probably flying him out just to say that shit and make a
right.
video with him. But like, you got to keep, I don't know, you got to stay on it if you're gonna do stuff like that.
I feel like if that's not, now I can't speak for him, but I can. This makes sense more so for the ain't nobody got time for that. But if you're not really trying to brand your way into that aspect, then you
Mhm.
just going to just come and go. Like the money
Right, but I don't
resides
think she
dude.
was trying to do that shit though. I think she was just literally outside. There was like an interview or something, and she just like, the house burned down, and they said go get this, and I said ain't nobody got. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It's just like I think it was just like organic thing. She was just talking,
maybe
and
so.
people were just like,
Yeah,
oh shit, that's just the funniest thing in the world. And you know, the
yeah,
internet just take it and just plaster that mug everywhere.
I can feel
Like as
that.
far as the money reside, dude, he was hitting the lick. He did. I for real, because like that mug was everywhere. He was everywhere. He was like on the verses commercial and
Hmm.
shit. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But like, you
I see what you're saying. Yeah, it makes sense.
know what I'm saying? You got to keep that type of shit going if you gonna do stuff like that. You
Yeah.
got to have another video. You got to have another song. You got to
Hmm.
have another funny little saying or whatever you do. You just got
Yeah,
to keep it moving.
you gotta almost have been ready for it, or at least on your way.
Right.
Because that way people can look at old shit you was doing, I think a good example is Emmanuel, Emmanuel and Philip.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember their name. They names, man. Their last name Hudson, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know
So
what you're talking about.
yeah, yeah. So my man's I can't remember which one's which. I think it's Emmanuel. He's on
Wilding
Falling
out.
Out.
Right.
Yeah, so he took them videos and got viral, but he actually been grinding, bro. Like if you look at his
Mm-hmm.
old shit, he been actually doing shit for a grip. If he just
Right.
made one quick video and got lit, and then try to hurry up and make more shit, you don't even you ain't found yourself. You just got lucky
Right.
once. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody found the right celebrity tweeted your shit or whatever the case may be,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I'm saying. But if you're not prepared for that, or you know what I'm saying, like there's millions of examples I think, but the idea of people Karens and all them necessarily staying in the spotlight on that level is very unlikely. I think that it's going to be like that the latest one I can think of off the top of my head is the one lady who thought the young man stole her phone. You remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh I can't remember her name, but they going to court. I don't remember what she looked like. She could probably go get a job, like you said. They get a
Right.
job so damn quick. Or if you
Mm-hmm.
find an employer who low key don't feel
Don't
like
give a
that was
fuck.
wrong,
Right. Or
yeah,
don't even care about that shit. Or just feel like, yeah, I would said the same shit.
right,
Right. So
yeah. But
I don't
yeah,
know,
I think that this is a good one for the people to talk about, man. I want to see what
man.
y'all think because this is a topic that I think can really create some discussion, man. So definitely hit us up on the pages.
Facts.
It's the underscore thought underscore party on IG and uh at thought underscore party on Twitter. Definitely hit us up. Let us know what you think. Do you feel like there is subtle racism, or do you feel like it's just people just trying to get along? What do you feel like? Let us know what you feel, and definitely keep us in the loop, man. We'll be sending some clips out this week to let y'all know uh, what's going on. So, you got anything else for
Yes,
the people,
sir,
bro?
man. Now just tap in with us, man. Join the party. Let us know what you think. What's up with subtle racism? How you feel about it? Do you feel somebody coming at you racist when they asking you to teach you how to dance and teach you how to Dougie and
Teach
shit
you
like that? Like, bro, how do you
yeah,
feel about that? Do you want to smack that mug right then and there, or just be like, bro, like, or educate them, or what should you do? What's the solutions? You know, we all about solutions. So
right.
tap in with us, man. I'm Nicholas Ruler on IG. So follow us, man. Join the party, man. Binge the old episodes if you haven't, man. And that's it. That's all, man. Peace out. That's a
Yeah,
great episode, man. So
most def.
tune
Yeah,
in next week, man.
definitely tune in next week. We'll be back with another question for y'all. I'm Shermville. You know, they'll hit me up on whatever. You'll see me around everything. So just look up Shermville. You'll catch me. I'll definitely
Right.
holler at y'all later. Be safe. Take care. Peace.